Greenville County Sheriff's Office.
My name is Robert Morris, and I was stopped by a deputy, and we sit down and we had a long talk, and he was one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life, and at that time in my life, I was really messed up on drugs and alcohol. Let me tell you a story about Mr. Holman. Several months ago, I got flooded out of where I was staying, and he spotlighted me walking down Buncombe Road.
Spotlighted him, he turned around, and I said, hey man, I hadn't seen you around here before. Do you live around here? And he said that he was homeless, but he had dropped his head. He kind of sulked a little bit, and he said, officer, he said, I had a tent out in the woods. He said, but it got washed away with the flood.
He said, walk up here at the church and let me talk to you. And so he searched me, he done the protocol, what he was supposed to done, and then we got talking about what my situation was.
He had lost his mom and dad. He had lost his sister, and that after losing his sister, that he got addicted to drugs and alcohol. And he also said that he had two other siblings that are still alive, a brother and a sister. But once he had got addicted to drugs and alcohol, he pretty much ruined his relationship with them.
He said, you need anything? I said, yeah, I need a Bible. And so he got in his trunk, and he thought he had an extra Bible back there that he keeps just for those occasions, and he couldn't find one. So, he closed the trunk, then he stood there for a minute, then he opened the trunk back up, and he gave me his personal Bible.
He had visited a church, and he wanted to get a Bible so they could read while he was out in the woods, but for whatever reason he was unable to get a Bible, and I usually kept about 2 or 3 in my patrol car. One was my personal Bible. It was a little small black leather Bible, and I had wrote in this Bible, done Bible studies out of it with my brothers, and highlighted things, and it meant a lot to me. I was really attached to that Bible, and I kind of wrestled with the fact that I knew my personal Bible was in my car, and I didn't necessarily want to give that up, but I kind of felt like, God was telling me, he needs this more than you do.
Then he asked me if I was hungry, and I said, yeah, I was hungry, and I said, I got a couple dollars in my pocket. He said, don't worry about it. He said, sit over on them steps, I'll be right back.
So before I departed from Mr. Morris, I told him, I said, I'm sorry that I couldn't get you a shelter because they were all full. And I asked him, I said, is there anything else I can do for you? When's the last time you've ate? And Mr. Morris told me, he said, well, I've got a couple dollars on me. And I explained to him, no, I'm not going to take your money and go buy you food. I'll buy it.
Officer Holman brought me a plate of food, and it was about 2:30 in the morning. I was soaking wet.
Yeah.
I've been walking around for days.
It was approximately 6 months to the day that I had met him that I received a voicemail, and it was from Robert Morris. He wanted to talk to me and tell me thank you. I ended up calling him back and talking to him a few times. He said, Officer Holman, you don't understand that because of what you done. He said, I checked myself back into mental health. I was able to get regulated with my medication. I reconciled my relationship with my brother, with my sister. He's no longer living on the street. He had moved back in with his brother or his sister, and he told me, he said, it's because of what you done that night, you stopping me. He said, this saved my life.
That man's a hero. and he saved my life, literally.